It's your favorite gal, Renee May. Just wanted to tell you, I got these nails done. Well, actually, I did them. But they are a gorgeous, like a blue silver. More importantly, you see my merch, as the kids say. Well, I say it's amazing. It is you're awesome. You're. It's a hard word for me to say. Anyway, the brilliant Dawn Sill, love him, love him, sent me this. I love him. If you haven't seen his interviews, his conversations, gotta get to those. He's a charmer. And you know what? He's the interviewer, the host you want to be on. He knows his deal. Anyway, just a big shout out because I love it. I love it. You know how I like the L's and the O's. So it is going to be in my repertoire, my armoire. We're doing like French. Je m'appelle Renee May. I do know French. I know what you people think. You think Renee May doesn't know anything, just so you know. I know the languages. I'm not just a pretty face,
My name is Silvio Dante. My friend Don Sill, he's got a great show. What's it called?
Put up, stand up, and shut up? No, put up, shut up, and stand up. I keep getting that wrong.
What is it again?
Put up, shut up, and stand up.
I don't know the name of it, but everybody else does.
Put up, shut up, or stand up. Right? Put up, shut up, stand up. Put up, stand up, and shut up.
We'll start over. Again.
Put up, stand up, shut up.
Put up, shut up, and stand up. You gotta watch Put Up, Shut Up, and Stand Up with Dawn Sills. We just had a fucking blast.
That's what I thought. Put up, shut up, stand up. That's what I was gonna say.
All right, everybody, and welcome to Put Up, Shut Up, and Stand Up right here on GOVSradio.com, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Boxcast. And like my good friend Ken Pichello always says, we on TV. And yes, indeed, we are, folks. I'm your host, Don Sill, and we got a great show for you today. We got Chris Roach and Eric Haft, Long Island's best comedians, at least two of them, right here on the show. This is going to be great stuff. So stay tuned for that. We got lots of fun surprises, but without any more further ado, let's bring in our good buddy, Benny Gagutrezzuti. Benny, how you doing, pal?
Don, I'm on TV. What was that little song you were saying?
I try to do it different every show. Yeah.
Yeah, we're on. Sounds like a great show, man. Great lineup.
I've been wanting to get Chris Roach and Eric on the show for a long time. And, Chris Roach, we even wanted to get him as a judge when we did the game show and all that stuff. But we finally got him on the show. It was really fun. Everybody check that. We do Zoom theater in this one. A little Zoom theater.
Oh, you do? That's cool.
With Smokey and the Bandit. Yeah, so stay tuned for that. But Benny, I got to know, you got to explain to everybody what's with the background. You got the Rocky Horror lips going on. And what's going on, buddy?
It's Valentine's Day, right? Is coming up. So this is a reminder of Valentine's Day, and this is a reminder why you buy women candy. This is why. This is the reason. You buy them flowers, roses, and everything right here. There you go. That's the reason.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
For those lips, baby.
There's different levels of Valentine's Day, different levels for sure. That's definitely a more sensual, sexual side. But I always wondered with that pair of lips, what was that, like Susan Sarandon's mouth, Or is that the transvestite of Transylvania? Is that his lips? How about that?
Actually, yeah. Actually, I think it was the lips of Riff Raff. I think it was Riff Raff's lips. Actually.
He wrote it. He wrote the Rocky
He
Horror.
wrote it, right, and he directed it, and he did so much with it. But there was just something very sensual about these lips, and yeah, it's a transgender movie, if you want to say.
Oh yeah, it was way ahead of its time. Yeah,
probably the first transgender type, and the movie was all about like just letting yourself go to pleasure.
With those lips, which lips do you prefer? Those Rocky Horror lips or the famous Rolling Stones lips?
Well, that's me. To me, those Rolling Stones, that's Mick Jagger. That's Mick Jagger after a show in in a hotel room with a bunch of girls. That's what Mick Jagger's tongue looks like the night after after some heavy duty lovemaking. He's got to roll in. That tongue is like the wet red carpet. The wet carpet.
It's funny though that you do mention.
So no, I like these lips better.
Yeah, and and like you said, Tim Curry was before his time. If you think about his whole look in that movie with the outfit on here, he had lingerie and the whole thing.
Yeah,
he's kind of reminiscent of an early version of Marilyn Manson, what Marilyn Manson has become, and now. Here we are, Marilyn Manson in 2021. Looks like he's getting canceled for things that he's done. He's already, I think, lost some of his touring. I think the label is dropping him. I think things like that.
Yeah. Now, rightly so. He did like an R. Kelly thing. He like locked women up in his basement. He he forced women to have sex with him.
Marilyn Manson has finally been named as the alleged abuser of Evan Rachel Wood, Manson's ex-fiancée back in the late 2000s, early 2010s, when she was in her teens and early 20s, and he was in his late 30s.
Because if you think about it, though, Marilyn Manson, to me, regardless of how famous the person is like, you would want the date rape drug if you're going to have sex with him. You would drug yourself if you're going to be in bed with Marilyn Manson.
I made a Valentine for you. The heart shape says I love you. Heart, Heart. The heart shape says I love you.
Yeah, well, Valentine's Day is coming up this Sunday, Benny. But I mean, this last couple of weeks, we've been hit with like back-to-back snowstorms.
Some point in this storm, we've got to stop and enjoy the beauty. It really is beautiful. I've been marveling at these ducks and geese for the last hour. They look really quite comfortable in this frigid water here.
And it's just been crazy. I don't know if there's a snowstorm going to hit us for Valentine's Day or not.
Last year, we got one snowstorm, and then it was a mild winter. And that's what I thought we were getting this year, but we were fooled. And we're getting February, and I think March. We're going to be doing this to the snow, like to the winter. We're going to say, go away, because I think we're still going to have winter in March. And the only thing you could do is buy some roses and find a pair of lips, baby.
I'm going to find roses, a pair of lips, and you know where I'm going, Benny? You know where I'm going?
Where you going?
I'm going to Ronkonkoma.
Off the Long Island Sound, there's a place called Ronkonkoma. That's where you want a cup to get away from it all. A once polluted lake, an urban myth to make your bones shake. If you wanna find me, I'll be riding the Long Island Railroad down to Ronkonkoma, Penn Station, Jamaica. Ooh, I wanna take you Mineola, then Hicksville. Come on, baby, sit still. Farmingdale, then Deer Park. Ooh, you know we're almost at Ronkonkoma. We'll take the train 'cause the expressway's slow. That's where we wanna go. Back at Ronkonkoma, Penn Station, still. Come on, baby, sit still. Farmingdale, then Deer Park. Ooh, you know we're almost at Kokomo. Let's take the train, 'cause the expressway is slow.
All right, everybody. My next guest is a hilarious comedian actor who may be best known for his role as Mott on Kevin Can Wait and for his legendary viral video, Ron Konkamo, which has nearly 2 million views across all the social platforms. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, the big man himself, Chris Roach. Chris, how you doing, buddy?
What's up, Don? Legendary video. I appreciate that. It's funny.
It is, man.
I got to meet, this is so cool, when I was on Kevin Can Wait, I got to meet Ralph Macchio. And I know he lives on Long Island. He's a Long Islander. And I said to him, did you ever see that video I put out that went viral? And he goes, no. I said, all right. It turned out we have the same agent. So I sent it to my agent. I said, do me a favor, forward this to Ralph. And I bumped into him at like a local film festival. He goes, bro, I was standing there on the platform waiting for my train singing that song.
That's awesome. That's awesome on many fronts, man. It's awesome that he watched it and liked it. And then he still takes the train. He still takes the LIRR.
He's just a regular Long Islander. That's what I like when you work with these people and you hope they're cool and you find out they're just one of us.
Man.
I opened for Rosie O'Donnell at Governor's one time, and I'm like, she's just one of us. They never forgot who they are.
That's what I think is good about Long Island people. I think Long Islanders, even from all the way from the king of Long Island, Billy Joel, all the way to like all of us, we all have pride. It's a Long Island pride. We don't say we're from New York. We say we're from Long Island.
From Long Island. And I never realized till I started acting, going on auditions, that I had an accent. You don't think we have accents.
Right.
One of my first auditions, I was in this in the city. It was for Ford Explorer. And I remember reading the copy. I'm like, the new Ford Explorer, you're going to love it. And she's like, Chris, stop. It's not the Ford Explorer. The Ford Explorer. So I realized that we drop our R's and stuff,
Yeah, when I went to, I lived in North Carolina for about 12 years.
I love North Carolina.
It's great city. I was in Raleigh for a while. I worked for the Carolina Hurricanes and stuff.
You did?
Yeah. I was there when they won the Cup, dude. I know you're a big Ranger guy. I work for the Rangers too. That's why I'm back in New York. I worked for them for a little bit, and then COVID hit.
Yeah.
And now I'm doing other stuff. But I was there. I hoisted the cup and all that good stuff. Drank out of it, partied with me and Roddy Brindamore.
Brindamore. Wow.
Yeah, it was good times, man.
My son grew up with his mom down there, and he became a good Carolina fan, hockey fan. Always Carolina Hurricane first and Ranger fan second. So when I took him to a Ranger game, like one of the first times, I called up, I told my agent, I said, hey, I'm a big Ranger fan. Can you get me these Ranger tickets? I don't care where I was sitting,
Right.
He's like, yeah, not a problem. So I go there and they sit me in this celebrity section where I'm talking to, what was the guy that plays Chandler from Friends?
I can't think of his name. Yeah. Chandler. Yeah.
I'm talking to him one game, and he was such a nice guy. And meanwhile, I'm like, I live at my dad's house. So weird that some people like recognize me now. Like I know Mark Messier knows who I am by face.
Wow.
Like, he'll look at me and go, hey, that guy always bumping. So
that's awesome, man.
I know. First time I met him, I was like, I was stuttering. I was like, my voice. I'm like, Mark, I just want to say thank you for what you did for the kid in me that grew up on Long Island, being tormented as a Ranger fan. Then I go, I'm going to go now. I feel like a 10-year-old girl crying here. And I don't think he forgot that. So anyway, I come walking around the corner back behind the scenes at MSG, and there's Mark. He goes, hey, man, what's going on? I'm like, hey, Mark, shake hands. And then my son comes walking around the corner. I'm like, Andrew, do you know who this is? And he just like looked at him like he couldn't figure it out. I guess he was trying to think it was like one of my friends from his childhood.
Right.
Like, it's Mark Messier. He was like, holy he's like, couldn't believe it.
Yeah, because you don't expect that you're going to be staying there in front of Mark Messier, one of the greatest ever, especially, the greatest Ranger probably ever, the leadership and everything.
Mark Douglas Messier.
A couple of people I've become friendly with, like say, Deborah Messing. She knows me now. From going to the game. She's like, hi, Chris. And I give her a hug and a kiss. And in my head, I'm like, I have $300 in my bank account right now. I have $300 in my bank account. People think that I was getting paid like 50 grand an episode. I mean, I was a recurring, so you got, you know, it's still nice, but it's not like series regular pay where I bought a house.
Right. Do you get residuals still? Like they still show the play the
They're
show?
nice. Listen, they're a nice surprise when they come. You know, I'm like, that could be food shopping right there. You know,
Yeah.
I was like that close to hitting the next level, and I feel like I'm still there. I have a couple things in the works, pitching projects. I feel like I'm like, you know, once the show stopped, I'm like, all of a sudden I'm not working across the country anymore.
Right.
I said I'm sorry.
Think I like being the finger wagger? Because I don't. I like having fun too, you know.
Yeah, I mean that show was great, and it I mean definitely catapulted you and gave you a lot of opportunities, and I think you're great on camera.
Thanks.
And so that's definitely something you're pursuing, right? You're looking into.
Oh man, it was something I always wanted. My first acting gig was I played a mental patient on One Life to Live.
Rodney, this is important. I need you to be completely honest with me. You can't make anything up and you can't leave anything out.
Don't make things up.
I know.
And I remember being there like, this is it. Like when you see it on, when you're watching from home, you're like, you put it on this pedestal. Then when you're there, you're like, I could do this.
Right.
and I just, I started taking acting lessons from this lady, Joanna Bexon in New York City, which she became highly recommended through comedians. She trained with Ray Romano and all these, and I just wanted to become a better stand-up. I wanted to get more confident on stage because I had a bad public speaking fear. I was trying to get over.
Thank you so much.
And working with her, I fell in love with acting. So when I did my first gig was The Mental Patient. I was there for, I think I was on about like 3 or 4 episodes, and I would drive into the city on the west side to, was ABC, I think, the building, or CBS, I can't remember. Anyway, I would pick up my script. They would leave it at the desk with the security guy. And this one time I gave my wife the script. I said, you read the script, I'm going to drive. And she's reading the script. We were now 2 blocks away. She's like this. She's like, uh-oh.
That was
She goes, your character gets killed. I'm like, oh, okay, that was for a while lasted. But I learned so much just watching them, and the actress I worked with, Gina Tognoni, took me under her belt, and it was such a great experience.
Now, you said that my mother was your friend, right? Now, don't you think she would want you to tell me? That way we can make sure that no one else gets hurt, right?
I remember when it aired, let's say there were 10 scenes that aired. 3 of them I was very happy with. 2 or 3 of them I was like, eh. And there was a couple I was like, oof. Oof. To the point where like those scenes didn't make it on my reel. I was like, oh my God.
You don't put those on.
But it moves so fast. They don't let you do everything's on one take. I'm like, can I do that again? That did not feel good at all. No, it looked great, Chris. It looked great. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, because they move those kind of shows fast, man. Like, yeah, like even scripts and stuff like that change like really fast on the fly too.
And anytime you're watching a soap opera, 9 times out of 10 the scripts are on the floor, right at their feet. Like you see them communicating, but they're at their feet. They'll pick them up, they'll read them, they'll put them down. That's how quick it moves.
Yeah, it reminds me of like old school radio or something. Like it's just so fast, old school style. That's kind of that's intriguing about those, and I think there's still some on the air, and it's just it's a cool style of run and gun. And I think for acting, you really have to have some chops, man.
There's no table reads. It's like right there. And I had to work with a stunt coordinator because Michael Easton, who's on General Hospital, had to throw me into a wall. And they were like, Chris, just don't resist. When I'm like, all right, I didn't resist. And he like threw me into this wall, you can see the walls like this, because show business is about 10 feet high after that. But, just a fake wall.
That's a great line. Show business is just 10 feet high.
That is a good line. Show business is 10 feet high. After that, it's like lights and
Yeah, it's just all BS after that. It's all
Those people are so talented. Like even when I was on Kevin Kuwait to watch the set decorators and the people that create, they can make wood like look like metal. It's just amazing. It's amazing.
those are the unsung heroes, man.
They really are. I used to like watching them. Like they would like always paint over the floor. They can make the floor look like wood. It was just the concrete floor. Such talent, man.
I remember one time I was just doing an indie film, a small little indie, and I'm the actor, I'm the talent, and you can't help them. You can't pick up anything or carry lights,
Right.
or, and you feel kind of guilty, like
Yes.
us being Long Island guys, kind of working class guys. You're like, let me help you. I just feel stupid standing here.
Yes. I've heard actor stories. Like when I first started, I heard a story where the actor was trying to be helpful and he moved a box of tissues from like here to here. And they're like, no, don't touch. That's my job. That's my job. All right.
If you're new on a big set, this might seem weird because you want to help people, but touching things out of your department can actually get you in trouble. Lighting guys stay with the lights, camera guys stay with the cameras, props guys stay with the props.
And he's got the show, The Crew. Are you involved in that at all? Are you going to be?
No. He's I don't think he was allowed to use anybody from his other shows for that.
Yeah.
So it's not his show. He's the star of the show, but somebody else wrote it and they wanted to start like with a clean slate with all that. So I was like, I was hoping to. I grew nice mutton chops. I tried
to play the racing team or
yeah,
the pit crew?
but I get it. They has totally,
because you guys had a really good chemistry, man, and I love that Kevin kind of stays, talking about Long Islanders, he stays really kind of true to the Long Island comedians and gives a lot of guys opportunities, and I mean that's huge. I mean,
yeah, it was incredible. There was like when I was on tour with him actually 2 falls ago before the pandemic, I was touring with him, and I just, these moments. Like you get used to them, but every once in a while you stop. You're like, oh my god! Like when we were driving through like Indiana, and I'm in the back seat, he's in the front seat, and we're all talking, and I just look out the window like this is crazy. Or like one scene I was rehearsing at a table on set, and Kevin's on my left, and Leah Remini's on my right, and I'm like, this is nuts. This is nuts.
Well, that was sweet.
What? He took an account from us.
Well, it's still a classy move.
He's right.
Thank you.
Not you, Hodor.
And it was the first scene I did with Leah, so I was a little nervous. And then she was playing Candy Crush on her phone, and she leaned over. She goes, "Can you help me get past this level?" I was like, "Yeah." And like all the weight, the nervousness just falls off you. That's what happened too in the pilot where Kevin flubbed his first line.
Let's go. Time for, I don't know what it's time for.
And the audience laughed, and you just felt like 200 pounds fall off your chest.
It's like getting that first dent in the car.
Yeah, and somebody told me that he may have done that on purpose just to relax, everybody relaxed. It's okay. It's okay to mess up. It's okay to make mistakes. Just don't do it again.
Yeah, and that's pretty cool, and that's the kind of guy I think of Kevin is like a kind of a giving type of guy where he would do that probably on purpose. And I think I'd be intimidated with Leah Remini too. She seems, again, I've never met these people, but she seems like she could be kind of like if you say the wrong thing, she's gonna let you know it.
The New York tough, like
yeah, that's a good word.
I would say she's very similar to that character, but very, very kind.
Yep. Male subject observed entering a medical facility at 0900 hours.
Come on, just give it to me in regular talk, all right? You're not in court.
All right? You want to do it the boring way.
I have a jacket in my closet right here that it was like Christmas or something. She bought the crew. She bought the cast gifts, and she bought me a jacket. And I put it on, and like the sleeves go up to here, It doesn't fit, but I'm just blown away. I'm like, Leah Remini bought me a gift.
Yeah,
so
awesome.
well, it was after one of the rehearsals, and I happened to see her walking with her assistant. I said, Leah, thank you so much for that gift. That was so nice. She's like, oh, I didn't know. My assistant and we were looking on your Instagram trying to figure out what kind of guy you were. So we ended up just getting you a jacket. And she goes, how does it fit? I'm like, it fits great. Thank you. I was too embarrassed to say, Leah, hey, Leah, I'm allergic to polyester. If you would have asked. If you would have asked me, I would have let you know I'm allergic to polyester, Leah. But it's in my closet. I'll never wear it again. It's there, and it's next to a long black. I did a scene in a movie, independent film, where I had to question Al Pacino, which that was another surreal moment. And I had 3 lines. They cut it down to 1, but I bought this, like, I was a detective, so I bought from a place on Route 110. I bought one of these men's warehouses. I bought a long black overcoat, so I look like a detective. You know, you wear it over your suit.
Right.
So we do the scene, and we're standing toe to toe. It was like 45 minutes, single camera over the shoulder over here. The whole time it's just like so surreal, and he was so nice.
Okay.
Were you sexually involved with Sybil?
No, please, no. I mean, this is a young woman in her early 30s at best. No, I just, she was a misguided fan. That's what she was.
And like, all right, that's a wrap. We got it. And you know, when they say cut, you know, it's like controlled chaos. People are going this way, that way, that way. That way. Somebody asked me something, and I turned to my right to answer the question, and I felt this. And I had planned on returning the coat until I felt this. And I looked over, and you know, he's short than I am. I'm 6'6". He goes, you give me a lot to work with. Thank you so much. I was like, how? And that shirt, I'll never return that jacket.
Awesome. And what movie is that?
That was called The Humbling. It was an independent film. It's actually a sad film. It's about a Shakespearean actor that loses a grip with reality. Like, he can't separate between what's you know. So it's kind of sad. It was one of those ones that went like right to video. You can get it on Netflix.
Yeah.
I always say it was a movie called The Humbling, and it went straight to video, whatever you call that, which was very humbling.
It lived up to its name.
It was very humbling indeed.
The world is a stage, and all men and women merely players. How about that? Any better?
And you got to do a scene with one of the greatest actors of our time, which is pretty crazy, man.
Yeah, and it's just a nice guy, very funny dude. But there was like a moment where they must have been changed, whatever the cameras doing, they would change in film, and we're in the foyer of the guy, the director. We're in his foyer, I guess that you call it, foyer, big grand room in Connecticut. He lives on a compound, and Barry Levinson.
Oh yeah, wow.
Yeah, he was a good guy. So Al's looking around the room, just checking things out while we're waiting, and I'm looking around the room, and the female detective was like, da, 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 da. And all of a sudden I look at him and I go, oh my God, it's Al Pacino in my head. And all of a sudden the heart starts pounding, and then the inner dialogue, you belong here, you worked hard, you belong here, calm down, just be an actor, just be in the moment, you know? You gotta keep your mind busy. Like, even when I first started working with Kevin, I never watched a lot of episodes of King of Queens, but I saw Here Comes the Boom, which I loved. I saw Mall Cop, which I love. And anytime I channel surfed and I saw it, I had to like go past it. I couldn't watch his movies or his shows because I was trying to get to know him, and I don't want to be like a nervous guy around him, you know?
Right. You don't want to get starstruck. You don't want to like look at the movie star Kevin. You want to know the real Kevin.
No. So now I got to know him as a person, and I'm relaxed around him, where I don't ask anybody to take a picture. Like, everybody said, do you ask them to take a picture? I'm like, no. 2 guys I asked to take a picture with. I was at McGuire's. I met CJ Ramon. I'm a big Ramones fan. I said, bro, can I get a picture of you? Sure. And we became friends now. We keep in touch.
Oh, that's cool.
Social media. And I was coming out of a Met game, and who do I see is Joey Chestnut. I'm like, I gotta get a picture with this guy. It was like July 4th
guy. Yeah.
It was July 4th weekend. I'm like, I gotta get a picture with this guy. Come on.
Was he's the one, he wears the makeup too, right? Like the war paint, Joey Chestnut, or no? Yeah.
You know what? I can't watch those things. I get nauseous when they're dipping the things in the water.
Yeah, it's gross, man.
Or when they regurgitate, I'm like, I like hot dogs. I don't want to see that. But
on 4th of July to get Joey Chestnut, that's like, you know.
Joey Chestnut's walking around the outside of Citi Field with his hot dog champion belt over his shoulder, the Nathan's belt.
Nice. Yeah,
right away. That's the dude. Can I get a picture with you, dude? This is great. I love hot dogs.
But I do love that you have a picture with Joey Chestnut, but you don't have like a picture with Al Pacino.
I don't have a picture with Al Pacino, and the pictures I have with Kevin James are just like from the show. And they've said, "Hey, Kevin, can I get a picture with you?"
Yeah, because there is something to it when you want to be, when you're working with them, you want to be their equals in a way, and you don't want to say, hey, all of a sudden get like, "Hey, can I take a picture with you?"
Right.
It does kind of. I know what you. Yeah, I understand, man.
Kevin, it's my mom's birthday. Can you say hello?
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, and plus, you got, movie scenes with these people, television scenes, like stuff that's gonna, and that trumps it all. That
Shotgun. Yeah, get on. What the hell? Chug it, man. I don't want to chug it. You chipped it. I didn't chip it. Chug it. Oh, you chipped it, guy. Get him a towel. Fine.
You have a lot of. I don't know if you're already a big Jackie Gleason fan or.
Oh yes, Gleason and Dangerfield are my two main influences.
Because I could definitely see some Jackie in you. Yeah, for sure. And that's why when I was thinking of Zoom Theater.
Oh, it's fun, and you picked the scene. Once you said the scene, I know the scene. The toilet paper on the.
Yeah, this is a great scene from Smokey and the Bandit.
He's eating the sandwich.
He's like the way he's eating it. Right. I don't know. Some people get grossed out by the way he ate it. For when I was a kid, it always made me hungry. I was like,
because he was eating in a hurry.
Yeah,
and he asked for what's a Diablo? Do you know what a Diablo is?
I don't. He just I think it might be a mushroom.
It might be I'm getting it. I'm assuming it's a spicy sandwich, but I printed it up. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll definitely read this with you.
Sweet, man. This is gonna be cool. So we're gonna do Zoom Theater. Me and Chris Roach here. You're playing the sheriff, and I'm playing the bandit. All right. So
put on my best Jackie Gleason voice. let me shut the bedroom door so I don't traumatize my wife. She'd be like, "What the hell's going on in there?"
And I don't know if I'm gonna do how good of a bandit I'll do, but I'll do my best.
That's all right.
My best, Burt Reynolds. All right. So here we go. This is the diner scene in Smokey and the Bandit, and I'll call action. And action.
Let me have a Diablo sandwich, a Dr. Pepper. Make it fast. I'm in a goddamn hurry. You want something? We got no time for that crap. Dumb son of a bitch. Thank you, nice lady.
Man, you must be in a hell of a hurry, huh, Sheriff?
Bet your ass on that, boy.
Oh, you got a little mess there. Let me get that for you.
Yeah, much obliged.
Who you chasing? Somebody chasing you?
Nobody chasing me, boy. I've been chasing a goddamn maniac all the way from Texarkana, Texas.
Really? What is he, a bank robber?
Bank robber? Bank robbing is baby shit alongside what this dude is doing. Almost killed 20 law officers, driving through people's backyards, knocking down mailboxes. He got a broad in the car, took her across the state line. That's the Mann Act. I don't think he's got a permission, and that's kidnapping. How's that for hijinks? Oof. What do I owe?
Oh, let me pay for that, officer. You're an officer of the law. I'd be honored.
Much obliged. Hey, where's the can? I got to take a squirt.
And scene. That was awesome, man.
One of my favorite lines is the car is trashed. His car is trashed. And he looks over to his son. He goes, "When I get home, I'm going to punch your mama in the mouth."
Soon as I get home, the first thing I'm going to do is punch your mama in the mouth.
Hey, and don't worry, you could use this the Smokey and the Bandit for your reel if you want.
Oh, thank you. I need
you can use that for the reel.
Yeah.
And that would be awesome, man. Well, Chris, man, I really appreciate you taking the time talking to me, man. I've been a fan of yours for years, and always want to see good things happen for you. I love Ronkonkoma. It's a great town, a great place to be. My brother's in Lake Grove.
I got to show you something before we go.
All right, cool.
Nobody else has this except for me. Okay.
All right.
I got to try to get it off the wall. I was the first ever person to receive the key to Ronkonkoma.
Wow. Wow, that's pretty impressive, man.
Right? I love it.
The
So
key
well,
to Ronkonkoma, that's cool.
it can get you into parsnips after hours.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, because you put Ronkonkoma on the map for a lot of people with
I don't know
that
about
video.
that, but yeah, I don't.
Yeah. No, this is great, man. You rock, my friend. Thanks again for taking the time. Where could everybody find you and all that good stuff?
They can find me Instagram at Roach Comic, my website Chris Roach Live. I just started TikTok, that's Chris Roach Live as well. I started a podcast called The Chris Roach Show, which I had a hard time with that name because I have like no ego or very little. And a couple of my podcast friends like, just call it The Chris Roach Show. I'm like, all right. So I just started that. So
Oh, cool. Very cool.
We'll see what it turns into. I'll have you on one day.
Yeah, man, that would be awesome. I would love to be on the show.
We'll do some odd couple scenes or something.
Yeah, there you go. Let's do it.
I want to be Oscar.
All right, cool. I'll do Felix. I'm more of an Oscar by nature, but I think I could pull off Felix.
Yeah, I'm an Oscar. Like a friend of mine once said, you're like a half-made bed. I'm like, that's an accurate description of me.
That is a great one.
Right.
Yeah, that's good stuff, man. Well, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, and whenever you want to come on, you're always welcome.
All right, thanks, Don. Appreciate it, brother.
You're the best. Thanks again. Chris Roach, everybody.
Hold the phone, stop the presses. I have a very important announcement to make. Don Sills Show. Put up, shut up, and stand up on GOVS Radio. Maybe the best thing to prevent COVID since the N95 mask. Other things it's better than sliced bread, the clapper, actual sex. And that's saying a lot. Listen to us or be burned at the stake! I'm only kidding. Or am I?
All right, Benny, we're back. That was Chris Roach. What do you think of these Zoom theaters, man?
I love them. I think it's great. I think, we always you gotta mix it up. You gotta keep things fun. This is a fun show.
Yeah, man. I always love doing those. Yeah, I want to do more. Yeah, I want to get like.
Yeah, no, we have to do more. We have to do more of those movies too that we were doing.
Yeah, we gotta get back into doing that again. I gotta get Joey Petroni back in here. We need Sheila Smiley back up in here. We need Andy Porjanos up in here. We got to get the crew back together with Jeff Bosey, Sherry, Poland, me and you, all those guys, and just start rocking out some stuff again. But it's just been so busy and.
Yeah, we're all busy, but hopefully the weather will once it gets warmer, all of a sudden you find the time,
Exactly. All right, we're getting ready to move on now. And I got to say, Ken Pichel put together another great, fantastic song parody for us. We're going to play that in a second. It's for Valentine's Day. But I got to say, I'm starting to think that Ken may have the hots for Renee May. I'm not sure. I think he likes redheads.
You notice that? Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, he writes these songs about her, and I think they're terrific, and I love them. But he no longer writes anything about PUSUSU or You and I anymore. It's all Renee.
No, yeah, it's not us. It's all obsessed with Renee May,
and that's great. He's her number one fan, and but I do want to show you everybody the new video he did, the new song and video and everything. It's a lot of fun. It's for Valentine's Day. You ready?
Awesome. Yeah.
There it is. So then I said, do the carpets match the drapes? Oh, no, but seriously, folks, our next guest is coming up on the stage right now to sing his special love song for Valentine's Day for the woman he loves. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Ken Pichel, everybody. Yes.
She gets the girls on Division Ave, everybody's looking at her now. Like, who's that chick, bright red-headed? She gonna be the talk of the town. Your girl is sultry, she ain't frou-frou. Certified bombshell of PUSUSU. Come on, now don't be pathetic. You know you can't mess with this girl's cosmetics. Manicurist to the stars, yeah, that's right. But she's a star in her own right. I hope DJ D-Love remixes this to the front. I'll turn your TV on. Listen to Benny shout, hey Don. And watch that bright red hair shine on. So put your hands up, we're playing her song. You know you love to watch her sway. She's moving her hips like yeah. You're nodding your head like yeah. Put your hands up, we're playing her song. Now put your eyes back in your head. Yeah! It's a party with Renee May. Yeah! It's a party with Renee May.
Yes, thank you, Kevin Show. That was great. Everybody should party with Renee May because she loves love.
But you know what? I love love. I love love. Oh.
All right, Gagoots. Andy, you guys ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. Spinning the wheel of jokes, everybody. A lot of good topics on there. Where's it gonna be?
Corny Jake.
joke. Corny Jake.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
Corny
Jake. Let's hear Andrew's first joke here.
Do you know why you never go on a date in a cornfield?
Why?
Because you'll feel like you're being stalked.
That was the double corny.
I love that. I went for maximum corny. I went for maximum
I like
corny.
that. That's good.
really
That's
like
good.
that joke.
Good.
All right.
Full of corn.
How you doing? Monty Bulgerin here. Happy Valentine's Day. What are you gonna do? It's really silly. I don't even know what it means. Basically, it's a Hallmark greeting card day. Did you ever try to go into CVS or Rite Aid or the dollar store on Valentine's Day with all the men lined up looking at cards? Where about this? I don't understand it. My favorite Hallmark greeting card is the one where there's blank on the inside. What are you supposed to write something? Men can barely pick out a card that has writing in it. They're gonna pick out a card that they gotta write stuff? Not gonna happen. We want everything ready to go. Why do you think they sell roses out of a food truck on the side of the road? So we don't have to think about it. We just pull up, throw them in the car, drive through roses. How much are they? $80 for 2 roses? Good enough. Hurry up. I gotta get home and throw this stuff at my wife. It's crazy. And single people sit around thinking, oh, I wish I had a man in my life. A man that's gonna run out to CVS on 5 o'clock on Valentine's Day and buy me a greeting card that somebody else wrote. I like the candy, the little sweetheart candy that has stuff written on it. I love you. You mean everything to me. I think the world of you. Although you can't fit all that on one of those little hearts. It only has like, I love you with a U, a letter U. What are you gonna do?
So I want to ask you this question. Is it better to be loved or feared?
That's a good question.
I don't care about that right now. All we need to do is laugh. So make sure that you watch Put Up, Shut Up, and Stand Up right here on GOVSradio.com.
How many times do I have to tell you? People don't respect him. They fear him. And there's a big difference. You want to be somebody? Be somebody who works for a living and takes care of his family.
We on TV.
They stopped dyeing my hair. I got tired, man. I turned 50. I said, screw it, I'm done. Now all my friends think I'm sick. Dude, you look like shit. What did you do? I said, I just stopped dyeing my hair. No, we're worried about you. We started a GoFundMe account. I said, what are you talking about? My wife finds out. She goes, you better stop that. It's illegal. There's nothing wrong with you. I said, I know. They're up to like $37,000. She said, you better lie down. You don't look good.
All right, everybody. My next guest is a hilarious comedian and co-founder of Have to Laugh. He has appeared all over the tri-state area with, and is a regular here at Governor's Comedy Club. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Hop Hog's own Eric Haft. Eric, how you doing, man?
Hey, how are you? Hop Hog, wow. You're going all the way back.
Yeah, dude. I'm a Brentwood guy, so Hop Hog was right up the street, man. You know.
Oh, yeah. You did your research. I like that. Hop Hog High School graduate.
Nice, man. Yeah, I used to date some girls from Hop Hog High School back in the day.
All right.
Yeah, it's a nice area over there. I think it's an unsung area. Not too many people talk about Hop Hog, you know?
You know, everybody moved in there years ago because the taxes were low. That was the big thing, you know?
Yeah.
High slip taxes, you know?
Yeah.
They're all cheap son of a bitches, you know? Nobody wanted to pay any money, so. No, and it was a cool place to grow up. It was a mix of like a lot of different people, so.
Yeah,
it was good. So you're a Brentwood guy?
I'm a Brentwood guy, born and raised Brentwood, and yeah, it was always back and forth to Hot Pog. Is Bob Nelson from Hot Pog? I always thought he was for some reason.
You know what's really weird? New Yorkers are the only ones that laugh at that.
You know something? He might have been. He's older than me, so it's hard to say.
Yeah,
he's probably got 10 years on me. But a lot of people came out. Lori Loughlin came out of Hot Pog.
That's right. That's right.
All the infamous people.
The day of reckoning has come for Lori Loughlin and her husband as they plead guilty in federal court via Zoom.
But yeah, I remember Lori Loughlin when I was a kid, and that show came out. First, she was in like some beach party movie.
Do you girls know how to Jamaica ska? Jamaica what?
And I remember we knew the block she lived on and her house, and we used to
really?
Yeah, man, we used to ride our bikes just maybe like as if she was still there. By this point, she was already kind of taken off. But
me? Oh, I have no standards. I mean, I'd even go out with you.
With Valentine's Day coming up this Sunday, you seem like a distinguished guy that would know how to, some tips on for us fellas of what to do.
Most people just assume I'm gay, so we start with that. So they go, hey, go to Eric for flowers. He's your flower guy. He knows his orchids. He knows his, he knows all the different varietals, Gerber daisies. Eric's your man. What's funny is, like when I was younger, I was always like, what do I do? And my mother was like, go get her flowers, So I used to go in there and they would like give you how you'd always they'd have them pre-made. But I was such a pain in the neck. I was like, no, I want to pick my own flowers. And they were like, this guy is a little weird, And I'd go in there and I became friends with the guy. And he was like, all right, listen, you can't just make up your own stuff every time. He goes, I know what you like now. I'm like, all right, let me see what you can. I learned all the flowers. So, most guys are just dummies. They don't want to be bothered, Right. But I actually figured I'm spending all this money. I want to pick, So I go in there. Eventually I'd be like, hey, do you have any Gerber daisies? I'm looking for like, Zendrobian orchids. Yeah. And they're like, who is this alien man who knows flowers, He's got to be gay. So we start.
No, I think that's a great skill to have, and I think women would admire that. And
Zendrobian, not Zendrobian. Zendrobian, or I have to. Someone out there is going to say, "Hey, he doesn't know his."
Oh, he got it wrong. Yeah. So when you put together a bouquet, are you color code? Is it by color? Like I want the pink and the whites.
It's like yeah, right. In other words, it's like. I always used to get like these. I remember stargazer lilies. That's what the first flower I ever learned was the star. I can't believe I'm talking about it. Stargazer lily. They were like these big things. They would open up and they always look and they smell freaking great, So I brought them to a girl once, and I think she was like, "Oh my god," So I was like, "All right, I'm in with the flowers," So I started. My wife, who I'm still married to, I'll be married 30 years this year.
Wow, God bless, man. Congrats.
Thanks. She loves flowers, so I would just come home. She's like, if you want good flowers, ask Eric. So you learn over the years.
And it's like I said, it's a good thing to know these things. These are the things that the women swoon over that we don't always realize. Like we don't know that, knowing the difference in the flowers and
men don't want to be bothered. It seems like, in the old days, I hate to say it, you were like a little less than a man if you knew anything about flowers. But I never really cared what people thought.
Yeah,
It's like I'm not gay, but I want to know. Like I want to know what I'm doing at least. I feel like a total schmuck walking in there and just go, yeah, give me what that guy got. I'll take a dozen roses too.
Yeah, exactly.
Just big penises. That's all we are. We're just big penises. Okay, I'll have a dozen roses too.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I tell me I shouldn't curse. I guess I won't.
No, you can curse on the show. It's
I'm
fine.
not dirty.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, so and so you got the flowers going on.
Flowers are good.
You know your wines. I see.
I know. So here's the thing. Again, I was always a weirdo. So when I was younger, I had fake ID, like a lot of us do. Yeah. And my brother was 4 years older, so I always had. In the old days, there was no picture, right? It was a little piece of paper with names and stuff. So he was the same height as me, same eye color, and green eyes, 5'9". I'd walk in and I was him. So I would go to I'd literally walk. I didn't even have a driver's license yet. And I'd walk to this local liquor store. And the woman was like, "Are you sure you're old?" And I'm like, no, here's what, she's like, and I would pick up the big jug of like Paul Masson or whatever the crap was back then. And she's like, "Look, if you're spending money on wine, let me at least give you something decent." So then she said, "All right, try Chardonnay."
Chardonnay is probably the most well-known white wine grape. It originated in the Burgundy region of France, but it has grown all over the world.
And back then it was like Chardonnay wasn't a thing.
Right, yeah.
I got like a normal bottle size instead of the big jug. I got Chardonnay, and then I was like, "Oh, this is pretty good," a little oaky. And by the time I was like 18, I think 17 or 18, my last year of high school, I was already collecting wine. And I had a little cellar. I had like a little wine cellar in my parents' basement. I wasn't even of age. And I just got into it. I was like,
that's awesome.
I thought it was like, "Hey, hello everyone. I know about wine now." My friends are like, "I'll have a Budweiser," I was like, Chardonnay.
No, this is great. So like everything, like when you get interested in something, you kind of go all in, huh? Like you want to know everything. Like
I gotta know about, like I feel like there are a lot of things. Cooking, I'm into all. I think it's the arts, Don. Like that's what it comes to, and I'm sure you can agree because you're in this world.
Yeah.
Everything ties in. I started off as a professional musician. I was a musician my whole life. So started playing the drums and music at 8 years old, and I was always hanging out with older people because my brother was a musician. So I was hanging out with older guys who I thought were really cool, and they were drinking whiskey out of their guitar cases, and I was like, ooh, And it was just like, I feel like it's all related. So I did music my whole life, went to school for music, graduated with a music degree, played in all kinds of bands, and did that forever. Nice. And then when I got into comedy, it was like, I realized it's not that different. It's the arts. There's this rhythm, I mean, comedy is rhythm.
Yeah, exactly. And it's the same kind of muscle, I guess, for lack of a better way to put it, in your brain.
Yeah.
That is keeping the beats. So whether it's comedy or the drum kit or kind of, for me, I'm a writer also. So when it's the writing and editing and all of that, it kind of is all the same type of flow in your mindset. So
and you do the video too, the video work as well.
Yeah.
Like all that really.
Yeah.
That's so cool. And it's like really professional. I could see that my brain, I can't do that. That's right. I don't know what it is. Certain types of art, it's just like there's like a synapse that's like fused. I just don't have that chip, I guess, in my brain.
Well, that's how I am with keeping a beat. If I was to sit behind that drum kit, you would be you would cringe.
I know. Well, it is. It's just, right. So, but so the wine, why? I mean, if you think back in the old days, it's like before internet, way in the 1700s, like guys would get together and hang out for the night. And what would they do? They drink wine or spirits. They would talk about the world. They talk about life, philosophy, invent stuff.
Right.
And now we just, we sit around doing this shit all.
I know it's messing us up. I think our primal brains are hunter gatherers, and like you said, we like to create. We and all of that. But now especially now with the quarantine, we're kind of getting reduced to, just being in front of our phones and all of that. And I think that's why a lot of people are just losing it.
A lot of bad stuff going on. Coronavirus, you nervous? Anybody eating Chinese food? Oh, it's okay, no worry, you're gonna be okay. Ordering your egg roll from outside the restaurant. Egg roll!
For the first time in the last 2 weeks, for whatever reason, the stars aligned and I did live comedy shows. I did one at a restaurant, small things because you can't do much.
Right. Yeah.
But a small show, maybe 30 people. Then last week I did some kind of brewery, like 30 people. And just being out there was kind of like, I was nervous. Because I hadn't been on a stage, quote unquote, for a long time. I did a couple of Zoom things. I did a Zoom show last week. But being in front of that audience, that's the magic.
I got 2 daughters. We can't even get them to come down to the dinner table. We have to Instagram them photos of what we're eating. Yeah, then we set the table based on how many likes we get. I'm not eating salmon. I'll see you in 3 weeks. I'll be in my room.
don't care what anyone says. Look, I mean, comedy, Zoom is a great thing to offer to people, and we do plenty of it. But I think when those clubs open up, there's nothing like, you know, when Governors, that place is rocking.
Oh yeah,
being on that stage, and you know, Brokerage, and I mean, you know, all of them, just like, you know, they're just fantastic live audience. There's nothing like it.
My 15-year-old daughter, I got a little 15-year-old. I don't even understand a fucking word she says. It's like a gurgling stomach.
To feed off the energy of the audience, you know, you can't really get that through Zoom. I think a lot of comics are doing great on Zoom and what they're doing, and I think it's opening up different channels of, like, it seems like everybody has podcasts, and but I think there's all different new stuff that's happening to kind of, because we're all, like you said, us creative types, we need an outlet, and thank God that we have all this stuff at our disposal. But at the same time, like you said, there's nothing better than being in front and getting that feedback from the audience, feeding off that energy.
Yeah.
You know, these guys, they try and sell you the most expensive. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. For the main course tonight, we have a deep fried, sauteed, pan-seared, oven-roasted, Cajun-grilled, blackened tilefish marchiata. Over a squid ink linguine alla genovese, livornese, touch of mayonnaise. Stuffed with a baby rock shrimp, pork tenderloin, veal ragu, baby rack of lamb, baby rack of ribs, baby's ass, baby's breath. Tuna carpaccio, tuna on rye, half a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Drizzled with an extra 18-year-old virgin olive oil.
It's there's something that happens. For me especially, I'm like a very over the top sometimes. I'm not one of these low key comedians. I'm a little out of control on stage, but it was like I exploded, you know, because I hadn't performed in so long. It was just letting it all out in one. I swear it was like a large freaking comedy orgasm for me, you know.
Italians, where are my Italian people in the room? Italians? Hey, righty. I love Italian. You just talk. You could say anything. Just say scungil. Yeah, it's scungil.
So.
And what you have too with stand up is one of the big gifts, besides your joke writing and all that, is your stage presence and the way you tell a joke, the way you tell your bits, the way you do it. That's something you can't learn either. That's another thing. You either got that or you don't. Like, you know, people can write jokes and go up on stage and just don't deliver them. You have a stage presence that
thank you.
Yeah, you're solid, man.
Well,
it's fun.
You got to bring stuff to life, you know. That's the one thing. I don't just tell jokes. I like to bring it to life.
When I was your age, all I had was an iPad, iPod, iTouch, 3 cell phones, Netflix, Instagram, Hulu, and my own internet tower. It was hard.
So if I talk about my mother, I become my mother.
Right.
You know. If I talk about my father, I become my father. You know. If I'm talking about, you know, a Spanish guy I just spoke to, I become a Spanish guy I just spoke to. Right. You know, it's no disrespect to anybody. It's like my mother comes to see, oh, you're making fun of your mother. Very nice. You know, all right, but that's you. You know, that's you, Mom. Sorry.
Oh, you remembered you had a mother? One day you're going to call me, I'm going to be dead.
I was like, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Now we know that you the flowers, you know flowers,
yes,
you know wines, and we know that you know steaks, right? You know how to cook steaks.
Yes.
So tell the guys, what do you recommend us to do as far as what kind of flowers should we get, what kind of wine, and what kind of steaks?
Don't get suckered in. Here's the trick. Don't go. So what is it? February 14th? What day is that?
That'd be Sunday.
Is it a Sunday?
I believe it's a Sunday, yeah.
Oh, no. Man, so here's what happens. They just men just get taken advantage of. So on Friday, you're going to go shopping for your flowers. And you're going to say to your wife, guess what? I wanted you to have them for the entire weekend. So a good place to shop, believe it or not, for flowers, is great. Whole Foods. Whole Foods has an unbelievable assortment, but don't go Sunday. Don't be that guy, that idiot guy, the big penis walking in. I just want to spend $100. Where's my bouquet? Because they will rape you. I'm sorry to use that word, but they will steal from you and take your money and give you the cheapest garbage flowers that are left over. So go to Whole Foods Friday and tell your wife, look, I got them in advance. So this way you can enjoy them all weekend. Then get a bottle of champagne. Don't buy cheap champagne. So get French champagne. That's a good thing. So go to your local guy and say, I want real champagne, because you can only call it champagne if it's from Champagne, the region in France. It's got to be from Champagne. You know the French guys, they will tell you where to go. So you get real French champagne. And then bring that home. And then cook her a meal. If you make real food, so nobody's going out anyway. Buy some good food. If she likes fish, get her a nice piece of salmon. I don't think there's anything more romantic than like setting a table, put some candles out, good wine, champagne to start, and the flowers on the table. You're getting laid. You're getting laid.
Yes.
Get some action, guys. I'm sorry. That's what you want. Everything leads up to sex. We all know that. That's what the whole holiday is about, sex. So men love sex. Women love sex. We have something in common. No, but I'm telling you, flowers are key. Don't spend too much on flowers. You don't have to.
Awesome.
Whole Foods.
I hope everyone took notes on that. Eric Haft knows what he's saying, folks. This was great. Eric, I appreciate you taking the time.
Don, thank you so much. You're awesome.
You're awesome.
I'm glad we finally get to do this. I know
Yes.
it was a pain in the neck. I'm always running around, so I apologize that it took so long, but
No,
it was great.
it was worth it, and you rock, man. I appreciate it. Let everybody know where they can find you and see your stuff and all that good stuff.
Absolutely. Go to erichaftlive.com, but hopefully we'll see you back at these clubs soon and live events. It's going to come back. And I'm sure, I'll be stopping down at some of these open mics because it's fun to just see my old friends that's the only place we get to hang anymore.
Yes,
so
indeed.
I hope to see you there too.
Yeah, man. I'm going to stop by one of these days for sure. Just check everything out. Yeah.
Let's do more together,
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, thanks again, Eric.
All right.
You're the best. Eric Haft, everybody.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Hi there. This is comedian Christian Finnegan. I just wanted to take a moment and say something just straight from the heart, just, off the top of my head, just something I feel very passionately. Okay, here we go. Make sure you watch Put Up, Shut Up, and Stand Up on govsradio.com, Facebook Live, and Boxcast. They're on the TV. Thanks for letting me get that off my chest.
All right, Benny, we're back. Eric Haft, great advice. What do you got to say? He's such a distinguished gentleman type of guy.
I didn't know that about him. I know him he's a very funny man, but I didn't know, that he's a gentleman's gentleman. He really is.
Very funny guy on stage. He's very animated, could do a lot of different accents and voices, and he's got a lot of energy. And then he's also a musician, drumming and all that stuff. And then who knew that he was so well versed in floral arrangements and wines and
debonair. He's like the 007 of stand-up comedy.
Exactly. I think us fellas need to be more like that. We need to learn these things, or at least know these things. We have to be gentlemen as well. We can't just be, just hamburgers and onion rings all the time. We have to, we have to know this stuff. We have to be a little bit more cultured. And Eric Haft, he's a cultured dude, man. And and that's what, that's how you impress the ladies. That's how you get them to bite that lip, like that's the lip right there. That's the lip right there, Betty. When you tell a girl that that you've made the bouquet of flowers all by yourself, then she just does that lip, and then it's game time.
Yeah. Unless she's having a seizure. I'm allergic to flowers.
But we also have one more debonair guy that I want to introduce to everybody. Here he is, one of the most debonair guys we know, Benny. Professor Fedora with his top 5.
Oh yeah,
Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah, I did. He just oozes.
Well, hello, Professor Fedora, on top 5 things you should be doing for this Valentine's Day that's coming up. What's number 5? Well, it's a good idea if you're going to have a date for the first time, or maybe in your marriage. Bring chocolates, especially from Belgium. They're so good. What's number 4? Let's go ahead and pick up some flowers on the bay. Dandelions, roses, same thing. What's number 3? What if I was going on a date, taking someplace classy? You know, Museum of Natural History. What's probably the date will be dead like the dinosaurs after that day. What's number 2? What's a good idea maybe take him out to dinner? Once Cuomo was opening up the restaurant, 25%. Which if you get married in March after that too. Great idea. What's number 1? And this is very important. What if the date is not going good, especially if it's from Tinder? Go with anal. But you don't have to worry about 18 years of heartache or seeing them again.
I need you to show me what you want to do to me. Punish me. Show me how bad it can be. I want you to show me the worst.
See you next time.
All right, Benny, that's the show for today, my friend. Another fun one in the books. Chris Roach, Eric Half, thank you guys very much. And thank you for everybody.
Yeah,
Ken Pichel with the song, Professor Fedora, Renee May, everybody.
Everybody. This is May's lips, actually.
Those were Renee May's the whole time.
Ken Pichel is going to watch this show, and he's going to write another song looking at these lips.
What do you think? I mean, I was the original one doing the duck.
And the lips of Renee May is that he's going to write some song about it.
There you go. Good. I'm hoping he does. I'm hoping he writes Rocky Horror Lips and puts Renee May in there. That'd be awesome.
Anyway, before we say goodbye to everybody, I would like to wish a happy Valentine's Day, and you can help me with this. I'd like to wish a happy Valentine's Day to all the women who watch our show.
Yes.
There's Joan Krupe Asher, watches it all the time, right? Nikki Singh watches it.
Yes, Nikki.
Thank you, Nikki.
Yes.
Gina. Danielle Asher watches it.
Danielle Asher also, yes. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Jen Snordelin Keepler.
Yes, Jen.
A big fan of ours. She watches it. Shari Pollen is, if you're watching Shari, we love you, babe.
And Gina Kajemi Coffin. Yes. Let's wish her a happy Valentine's Day as well.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for helping me, because at my age, my memory's not too good.
And there might be a lot more women out there watching that we're hoping are watching.
Everyone who's watching, happy Valentine's Day. And if you're not watching, still have a happy Valentine's Day.
Yes, exactly.
Even if you don't like the show. Even if you don't like it, I don't care.
Right.
Okay.
Just
we
have
love
a good
you
one.
anyway.
Just have a good Valentine's Day. And
have
we
a
should
happy Valentine's.
And also for Valentine's Day, I want everyone to subscribe. Subscribe right here on YouTube.com. It
doesn't cost you anything.
Yeah, it's free. YouTube.com/putupshutupstandup.com. Subscribe to us, hit the bell, and you'll get all of our updates. We update about every week. Also, remember, everybody, go to teespring.com and log on GOVS Radio, and there you'll see all kinds of merchandise for all the GOVS shows, including us. Put Up, Shut Up, and Stand Up. And you can get mugs, t-shirts, and so much more. So just go on there. But I just want everybody, all the ladies, like as Benny said, to have a fantastic Valentine's Day. Enjoy it all. And Benny, as always, my friend, you're awesome.
No, buddy. You're awesome. You are Rolling Stone-ified awesome, baby.
Wow, Rolling Stone-ified.
You are lip lock on your sock. You're awesome, baby.
You heard it, folks. Have a great,
baby.
Have a great
Happy
weekend,
Valentine's
everybody.
Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. Peace out, everybody.